You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They got 17 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. Not the food, though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Brian, and Reeves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Welcome to Pod Chef. I'm your host, Jamal. This is the official Top Chef podcast, the official license by Bravo, by Tom Colicchio, by Gail, by Great Hair. This is the podcast. This is the official one. Okay? And I'm your host, Jamal. And with me is my co-host, as always.
I'm here, baby. That's me.
That's right. That's right. That's Reeves. All right? And if you're wondering, oh, but I tuned in because I wanted to hear Third Mic Guy. He's my favorite. Is he here today? Yeah. Brian's here. Say what's up.
Yeah, what's up, all you little bride babies out there? I want to give a shout out to all my fans. Bride
Can
babies,
I
I
get
know
a
you're out there.
wah fans?
Let me get a wah out there.
And if you did have a baby, congratulations and condolences.
I feel like that's something. Did someone from Grandma's Ashes used to do that? They used to be like, wah. Was that something?
Is that where I pulled that from? I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you're right. Look at us doing deep UCB
Dear,
references.
yeah, super deep in my subconscious.
Real comedy fans know.
Well, Grandma's Ashes was the best. Like after Ruru left, it really was Grandma's Ashes theater to run in my opinion, and they are putting on great shows week after week.
Bumblebee. I don't go to Herald Night anymore since I didn't get put on it.
I'll tell you what, that's a good reason not to go.
Should we steer clear from this? We don't want another episode.
I can't believe they put Roboku on that new Herald team. He's only been doing it for 2 years.
Yeah. Speaking of can't believe who was put on a team, let's talk about the Top Chef Houston cast, shall we?
All right.
Let's talk about it.
We
go. Have a whole new season, brand spanking new. It's going to be live, and we're going to be walking you through it every week.
March 3rd is when it drops.
March 3rd. And I
when
know
we're recording this, we're a month away exactly.
I know what you're thinking. If you're in Black History Month and you're hearing dates from March, you're like March 3rd, more like March 3rd. And that joke was written by one listener specifically, and they know who they are, and they're listening right now, and they're laughing. And if you want to submit jokes for the show, please submit them as a review for Pod Chef on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And that's what
I hate to pull rank here, but
what
you gotta run those by. If that's the quality that you're getting in submissions, you gotta run those by us.
I didn't say they had to be good. I just said submit jokes.
Well, I'm saying my rank pull is they gotta be good.
But you don't rank pull above me.
Mm-mm.
Do you outrank me?
I'm literally the host.
But I thought we all had similar ranks. Like saying the host and first
Who
second
wants
Mike
to tell
was
him?
Just in title only,
Who
and not
wants to
actually
tell him?
power.
Who wants to tell him?
Not everyone gets a trophy, all right?
Yeah.
It's freaking Jamal is the host. He's the Jon Stewart over here, and he's going to tell everyone that their jokes suck, and it's all about him.
Mm-hmm. And here's
Jamal
something
thanks
else.
you for saying Jon Stewart, not Trevor Noah.
Here's something else. Yes, I do, because I don't want to be typecast. If I'm not here, the show doesn't happen. Name an episode you've done without me. Exactly, you can't.
You can't.
I can do this episode
We've
without
tried.
Reeves.
We've tried to do a few without you.
I can do an episode without Brian, but I can do an episode without both of them. It'd just be called Monday Morning Pod Chef.
I think it would be called what's that podcast when you do the conspiracy theory thing?
Optophobia.
You still do that?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Hey, go listen to.
So confident that gambit did not work, and it was just like, no, you didn't do that.
Go listen to old episodes of Optophobia on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. New season coming very soon.
We're both on it.
When?
What?
You're on the new season, Reeves?
No, we're both on previous seasons.
Oh yeah, we're on old season.
I mean, I'll be quite honest. One person who keeps running their mouth won't be on a new season. That's for damn sure.
All right, we have to get to this cast. There's a lot of cast.
There's
Yeah.
so much cast, and we don't have a lot of time.
No.
All right, we're going to Texas.
So we're going to
And,
give you the name of the cast member, where they're from, in some instances their hometown, which is
Yeah.
different from where they're from, a few little like tidbits of information about them, and then we are privileged, and this is information you're going to get here on PodChef. We have the insider knowledge. We are connected.
Insider scoop.
The official Top Chef podcast. We have fun facts about every contestant, and again, you're not getting these anywhere else. Not even on Joe Rogan. Rogan doesn't have these.
Mm-mm.
No, he doesn't, and he's not going to get them either.
He tried to get him. He tried to trade me Vermectin. He heard that Carrie had COVID. He tried to trade me Vermectin,
Mhm.
and I almost did it. That's what's hard to get because I'm not a horse. And when I walked into a store and asked them for it, they said, "Where are you a horse?"
And you were
And I-
wearing that horse costume.
Well, yeah, I mean, I bought it for that specifically, and they were like, "You don't look like a horse."
You're like, not all horses walk on all four legs.
I tried to get them canceled. Didn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, and then you came back in, and you got like 2 kids to sit on your shoulders to fill out the horse, but you still were vertical, so it was
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like
They're like,
they
you're,
still knew that you weren't a horse.
so, and then the I believe the person behind the counter was like, how do you win a race like this? And you're like, wow, you're pretty racist if you think all horses race.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
I tried so hard to get them canceled. Just they're untouchable.
Nothing.
The
No one
pharmacy's
cares about
untouchable.
racist if it's about horse racing.
Horse
They only
races,
care
yeah.
about the other way.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go. Who wants to go through these? Should I do it?
I do want to say we're in Texas for obvious reasons. They either had to choose Texas or Florida because this was filmed during the pandemic, and those are the only 2 states that didn't shut down at all. So
They chose Texas because it didn't shut down, and then they proceeded to do a quarantine season again.
yep,
Hey, pick a side, okay?
pick a side.
Pick a side.
Pick a
Either you
side.
care about the pandemic or you don't.
Yeah.
Either you're going to wrestling events with thousands of people,
And your
or
wife
you
is
are
getting COVID,
sitting at
or you're
home
not.
and doing nothing. Always. And refusing to go to work because you're scared.
Mhm.
Here we go. First
Go for it.
cast member. These are going to be in alphabetical order by last name. Because that's how Bravo had them. Damar Brown.
And yes, he's black.
Yeah.
He's black.
You can
He's
tell by
from
the last name, everyone.
Chicago, Illinois. Illinois. Whoops.
Illinois is right.
Illinois.
Illinois
It's,
is.
a lot of people leave off the noise.
Mhm.
I say crank it up.
He is the chef de cuisine at Virtue. He was trained at Le Cordon Bleu, which is very French sounding. And here's a fun fact about Damar Brown. Fun fact is that he swears he saw CM Punk drinking Malort at the Bean. And for those who don't know Chicago, the Bean is that big, huge metal thing that you can see yourself in.
Yes, and if for those of you who don't know, Malort is basically it's rat poison that they serve to people,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and you have to drink it when you go to Chicago.
And if you at home don't know what swearing is, it's when you say fuck. That's swearing.
And
so
now
that's all you need to
A lot
know.
of
Everything else makes sense.
conversations are happening in
Reeves
their houses.
killing the joke structure here, really thinking it's gonna be nailed the 1, 2, 3, but he turns it on its head because we think he's gonna explain who CM Punk is, but instead he defines swears, and that's comedy.
And that's comedy, people. You're welcome. And the school is in.
Next, Joe Chan from Austin, Texas. Some of these don't say where they are chefs, it just says what they do. So Joe Chan is an executive chef. She at some point worked in New York. She has 2 dogs and a fiance who is an English professor at Texas State University.
Well, wouldn't they have to be chefs in their current city of residence?
I guess so.
Okay, well, they all say their current city of residence, and then it says their occupation. So I assume that.
No, but like a lot of them say where they work. This one just says like the building that they're in.
Okay.
Fun fact about Joe Chan is that she can do that thing with her eyebrow like The Rock can do.
Okay.
And these first 2 are wrestling.
Mhm.
Is that how all of them are? Don't know.
Who knows?
Probably
We
not.
haven't gotten that far yet.
Who knows? Yeah, she looks good. Like she's a good contestant. And what did I do last season? I said everyone was going to win. I think she'll come in second place.
There you go.
She feels like a runner-up to me.
Get that going. Everyone's
Oh,
like,
did
oh,
you
this is a
place-
fun callback.
Damar Brown?
I did not. Let me look at it tomorrow. Okay.
Chef de cuisine, trained at Le Cordon Bleu.
I'll be honest with you, Reeves. He was named one of America's best new restaurants by Esquire in 2019, so he probably is going to come in like second place.
Okay, that makes sense to me. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll lock him into second place. Then.
Yeah.
Okay,
he's got
great.
second place vibes.
And
Put
now
her
let's
on
move
there.
on to Monique Fabizi.
Fabizi from Vallejo, California.
Uh-huh.
The owner of Tarts de Fabizi.
Mm-hmm.
That's Tarts of Fabizi.
Mm-hmm.
Worked in Denmark. Has 2 sons. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Going
Also
home early.
currently focusing on tarts. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Carl Tart.
And I think either Reeves or Jamal has Monique's fun fact. I don't have
I've
it.
got her fun fact.
Oh, great, okay.
So Monique has 2 kids, and she's got she's selling a cryptocurrency to pay for her kids' college. So if you want to check out her Fabrizi coin, you can, and get in early while you can invest now, and she's hoping to make some money so that she can put her kids through college.
And that's a volatile currency currently. But
Mhm. Fabrizi coin,
takes money to make money.
Fabrizi coin.
Reeves, any thoughts on where Monique is going to place?
She seems like a really strong competitor, and like she's going to go very deep in the competition. But I think ultimately she's going to come up a little short and come in second place.
Oh, almost got it. Like so close.
Mm-hmm. And maybe
Not
she'll
everyone-
come back. She'll come
Yeah,
back in another season,
yeah,
try
yeah.
and dunk it. But this year, not enough.
Yeah.
Second place.
I also have the fun fact for the next contestant.
Oh, great. Okay, great.
Right.
Okay, so let's tee it up.
Mhm.
Her name is Leia Gaccioni.
Mhm.
She's from Morristown, New Jersey, and
Now
I
it's
live in
close
New
to you.
Jersey. It is, and folks, I this is my promise to you. I will go to her restaurant, which is called South End Pine,
Mhm.
and I will eat there, and
It's
I
an
will let
American
you know
eatery.
what it tastes like. You will get my official review of a
Yep.
Top Chef restaurant. Season 19, you're getting it.
And a
I'm
picture,
willing to do
and a
that for
picture.
you.
That's
And a picture.
exciting.
I'll
And
take a
Brian
picture.
was so enthusiastic about it that his camera was shaking as he was
Yeah.
pointing at us and telling us. And I'm excited to hear about it. That sounds great.
It's gonna be big time. All right.
So-
Also, she's been everywhere. She's been on Iron Chef America, Beat Bobby Flay, Iron
Yep.
Chef Showdown, and she hosts a documentary film called Her Name is Chef.
She's primed for TV cooking.
I gotta assume that I guess she's probably not won any of these.
Yeah, she'll probably come in second place, especially in Beat Bobby Flay. It's only you and Bobby Flay.
Yeah.
You get 50-50 chance there.
Yeah. And she's probably going to continue that. A lot of people, they become runners up in a lot of things over and over and over and over again. And then eventually they hit that, or they die. So I think that feels like a good place for her. I mean, she's got a great resume here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Where
But
do you think
Brian,
she'll finish?
you tell us how her restaurant is. That might lead us to
Yeah,
believe where she'll
yeah.
finish.
Her fun fact is that she changed her name. Her last name used to be Comma Princess.
Her last
Folks.
name was Comma Princess.
They don't have to all be jokes, but some of them are, folks.
Yeah.
Was that submitted by anybody, Jamal, or is that?
Yeah.
These come from them. These are
Yeah, these are user submitted jokes.
okay. Next,
Another there is. Leia, Comma Princess.
Next, Evelyn Garcia from Houston, Texas, owner of Kin HTX, which sounds like a graphics card. Jamal,
Really
this is for
does.
you. Worked with friend of the show Harold Dieterle
All
in
right.
New York City.
Okay.
So we have a connection. This is a 6 points of separation from Kevin Bacon's
6
situation.
degrees. Uh-huh.
6 degrees, but this time we're only 1 degree from Evelyn
Mhm.
Garcia. And do either one of you have a fun fact on Evelyn? I didn't get one. Did someone send one to you guys?
I think Reeves.
I
might
have one.
Oh, great.
Evelyn's favorite Batman movie is the third Batman, the Dark Knight Rises one, the one with
Nice.
Bane.
Okay,
Nice.
She
the
loves
one
that
with.
one.
Okay, yeah, the one.
Oh,
with,
hello, Edlin.
oh,
It's
and
been
Bane-
so
Bane
long.
is here.
And Bane's here.
Yeah, Bane back up.
Who was the
please.
Pittsburgh Steelers that was in that movie?
Roethlisberger? Is that his name? Roethlisberger?
Yeah, it was Ben Roethlisberger.
He was one of the thugs in there.
Yeah,
I
he
think
was
he
one
is,
of the big
isn't he in
thugs. I know.
No, it's Heinz Ward is in it for sure.
Yeah, Heinz
That's
Ward.
who I was
Okay.
thinking of.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was Antonio Brown?
Heiress to the ketchup dynasty, Heinz Ward.
Mhm.
Next, Robert
Would be the-
Hernandez
Would be the heir, but okay.
said San Francisco, California. Now, Robert is a private chef,
Mhm.
which is like a private dancer. They were named San Francisco Rising Star Chef in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently loves to binge watch the show Real Housewives, but that's not Robert's fun fact.
His fun fact is that he is the lesser known Hernandez brother.
And the other one, we don't want to talk about.
You really don't.
Can you guys, was that the craziest thing that's ever happened in football? And it kind of went away.
Yeah.
Like, that dude had people murdered and then killed someone in jail, then killed himself, and everyone just, no one talks about it.
Yeah.
Except for Podchef. We're talking about it here.
We're talking about it,
Mhm.
and they do documentaries about it. But listen, there is no stone unturned, Bod Chef.
Mhm.
We dive deep and we talk about everything. So you're welcome. How surprising would it be for a new listener to listen to this episode? I guess they skipped the first part anyway. So.
Yeah, they're not listening to this part. No one is.
I made a couple posts in the Top Chef Reddit being like, hey, go back and listen to season 18 because it's on Hulu now. People are, if you're here listening to this now, sorry. Reeves, do you have a prediction of where Robert Hernandez will end up at the end of the season when all said is done?
Let's see. I'm getting a lot of numbers. I'm seeing not sixes, not fours. A 2 is coming to mind.
Okay.
So I'm thinking he's going to
okay.
come either second place or 20th. How many contestants do we have?
Not 20.
Oh,
just
well, then I guess
10.
it will have to be. So the 0 is probably on the other side. So I guess second place it is.
Okay. And Reeves, do you
15
like,
contestants.
do you happen to see my grandfather anywhere when you were closing your eyes? Did he say anything to you?
Did I see your grandfather?
Yeah,
I
and then
mean,
did he say anything to you?
It's never good when he repeats your question. When a medium repeats the question, it's never good.
I mean, I am not allowed to say specifically who I see or who tells me the things that I see.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I can tell you that one person on this Zencaster knows the person that told me that it was a number 2. That
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Worth
We'll
every
never
penny.
know.
Worth every penny.
We'll never. Yeah. I'm glad I spent all that money. Okay. Next, Jae Jung, who's originally from Seoul, South Korea, now lives in New York City. That's in New York. Is the owner of Kajun. Must stand for something, but I'm not sure. Which was named one of the best restaurants in New York by Bloomberg.
Mm.
They know their food. Left South Korea to learn cooking in America. Moved to New Orleans at some point and fell in love with Cajun cooking. Worked in Le Bernardin. We know that person who owns that place. And works for Cafe Balud. We also know that person. Fun fact about Jae Jung. Who's got that one?
I thought you had that one.
Oh, I have that one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Jae Jung has never taken a bath before. Only showers.
Only showers. Yeah. And that's out of fear for what might be in the bathtub.
Yep. You never know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What's under all those bubbles? Who knows?
Oh yeah. No one knows.
So
Reeves, any predictions on Jae Jung's placing?
yeah, second place. Definitely.
Rolling
Nailed it.
right along.
Mhm.
Next does it Jackson Kalb from LA, owner of Jame Enoteca,
That's right.
Enoteca, and a place called Osby, and I don't know what any of this stuff means.
It's
They-
good we
they're-
have you doing this part.
They are also currently developing a line of jarred pasta sauces and software intended to help independent chefs. What is that?
I just was scrolling through. There's so many contestants on this show.
Yeah.
Well, we're going fast.
What was your question?
What's a software to help independent chefs?
Maybe something with distribution. Maybe something with managing contacts. Let's see. Where's my brain going? Come on.
All right,
No,
Jackson.
no.
Cubs.
We're so close. We're so
No,
close.
we're
so
almost
close.
there.
Give it a second. We're so
You got
close.
9 minutes. You got 30 minutes on the intro. We got to get out.
Where would I want this software?
Maybe
to
like
do for me?
an app to like connect them.
Maybe it's an app
with
to order
other chefs.
appetizers.
other chefs.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like that farmer dating thing, but it's with chefs.
Yes.
Independent means single.
Mhm.
It's a chef's dating app. We just solved it.
Boom, we got it. Chef's dating app.
Or maybe like an independent cooking app where you look for chefs. Oh, I'm looking for a chef to come to my house and cook me dinner.
Yep. Yeah,
It's called Seasoning Greetings.
Mm,
that's pretty good.
that's pretty good.
It's another one submitted by the user.
And does Jackson Culp have a fun fact?
His last name used to be Comma Brian.
Mhm.
Great. Next, Sam Kang from Brooklyn, New York. Chef educator.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, stand up.
Moved to New
Hello.
York from California with only 700 bones in his pocket.
700 bones.
Worked at
You feel that?
Momofuku. Teaches kids about food. Either y'all got a fun fact about Sam Kang, my boy Sam Kang.
I work as a chef educator in one of the hardest neighborhoods in Brooklyn, okay?
Boom.
I'm teaching these kids so they can learn, they can grow up and be just like me and cook on the cooking show.
And these kids in Brooklyn, they come up to me and they say, Chef Kang, how can someone like me from Brooklyn become a chef?
Yeah.
And anyone can do it, kid.
Anyone can do it. Here's a knife.
Yeah,
Start
cut.
chopping.
I've only known knives for stabbing, Chef Kang. What do I do with it now?
So, anyways, Sam Kang's fun fact is he knows how to beatbox.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yo, is that racist also?
What?
Why would it be
B-boys.
racist?
B-boys.
Yeah, why is that racist?
B-boys. All right. Luke Culpin, Seattle, Washington, is just a chef. It just says chef as his occupation.
Yeah, enough said.
Trained in Denmark. That's what all the people just say chef. That's all. Trained in Denmark. Loves sandwiches.
Ah, Denmark.
But that's not their fun fact. Oh, wait. Reeves, did you have a chance to rank Sam Kang?
Second place.
Okay, great. Okay.
Okay.
Luke Culpin's fun fact.
He's got 2 sleeve tattoos, but he loves wearing short sleeves.
But he loves wearing short sleeves.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, folks, these don't all have to be funny. They're just fun facts.
No, they're just
Just
facts and they're fun.
It's a fact and
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah,
and you
we're having
can
having
literally-
fun saying them.
Yeah.
Reeves, play
Oh.
the man Luke Culpin.
Oh, second place.
Great. Buddha Lowe from Brooklyn in the house.
Brooklyn, stand up.
He is the executive chef at Marky's Caviar and Huso.
Who hasn't been a Marky's?
And you know, like everybody from Brooklyn, he's from Australia.
All right, mate.
So what actually happened in here is that his wife is a pastry chef. All right, so we got a fun fact about Buddha Lowe. That's fun. Buddha Lowe. You guys wanna
Okay, I guess that's the fun fact. Let's
give me
move
one of
on.
them? No. Say his name. Buddha Lowe.
Boodalo.
That's good for Australia. Buddha Lowe.
You have a pretty good Australian accent.
Yeah, you do.
It's not bad.
I can do it sometimes.
slips, it
I can do it
slips.
sometimes. That's how I am with all my accents. They
Yeah.
come and go. No
What was that?
consistency.
What would you just do there?
Normal talking.
Okay.
Okay, Buddha Lowe's fun fact. Can win any match on Super Smash Brothers as Kirby with their eyes blindfolded.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I can pick Kirby, I'll wipe the floor with you. And see, I kind of lost it there. All right, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie Miller. Real boring
Stephanie
name.
Miller.
Bismarck, North Dakota. Real boring hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Owner of Butterhorn and a restaurant called Shelter Belt. Previously, had gone to college. Was pre-med. Almost did med. And menu items at her restaurant include things such as lefse, bison, and kuchen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know what any of those things are? I mean, like, what the fuck is a bison?
I know what bison is.
Yeah, I'm aware.
You do?
Yeah, it's I don't know if you've been to Howard University, but it's anyone who's graduated from Howard University.
Okay. I used to live near Howard University.
Stephanie had to drop out, fun facts, of med school because every time she was operating, she kept getting buzzed. She'd go in, try and pick the organ out, and then buzzed.
Hit the
She's
side.
like, I just can't do this anymore.
A lot of people don't understand why it takes 11 years to become a doctor. It's because it takes 11 years to master pulling out every single piece without hitting the side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It usually takes 11 years, and then you can begin actual medical school.
Yeah.
But they need someone with such a steady hand that as soon as you can pass that, then you can go on to actually doing medicine.
Yes. You are developing the steady hand
Yeah.
and underdeveloping your social skills. That's what you spend those 11 years doing.
Yeah. It breaks you. It molds you.
Mm-hmm.
Quick fun fact about surgery. It's the only time where insertion, you don't want to hit the sides.
Leave it in. Leave it in.
Next, Ashley Shanti from Asheville, North Carolina, whose name is sort of like where she's from. She's the owner of Good Hot Fish, which is a restaurant I want to fucking go to. That is a restaurant that name calls to me. She's from Virginia Beach originally. I've been there before. She's a James Beard nominee, the only person on this list who has that listed in their bio.
One actually is a nominee.
Yeah. But she has a kid.
Yeah.
She's going home.
She's
She
going home.
can't win.
And
if you have
it
kids,
looks-
you can't win these competitions.
It looks like maybe whoever wrote this list tried to say that she likes to forage, but put borage. So let's just say she likes to borage and also birdwatch.
Well, that's the combination of, she likes to forage and birdwatch, but it's also very boring.
That's very boring.
Yes.
So it's borage.
Yeah. Anyone
I
have,
have a fun fact.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
So her fun fact is that she changed her name. She changed it. She added SHLEIGH. It used to just be called Ashanti.
Shanti, great.
All
Jamal's
right.
fun facts are all
All
name
right.
based, and I like that.
I like it. I like it.
Mhm.
Okay,
Thank you.
next.
Thank you for who submitted that.
Reeves, you got to think Ashley Shanti's going to win this whole thing, right?
So I, kind of hearing about her, I was like, she's fine. How did she even get on Top Chef? But I think it's one of those things that it's like, she doesn't really deserve to be there, but she's going to start working really hard. She's going to think about her kid that she left at home unattended, and it's going to really drive her to do very, very well. But ultimately, she's going to come against someone that's probably better than her, and then she's just going to fall just short and come in right in that runner's up spot.
Damn it. All right. Next, Nick Wallace from Jackson, Mississippi is a chef at the Nick Wallace Culinary something. I think it's just called Nick Wallace Culinary. I think it's like a company, like an umbrella company. The umbrella company Resident Evil has been featured on notable food TV programs. It literally says has been featured on notable food TV programs. No details. So, which food TV programs that are notable has Nick Wallace been on?
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Oh, yeah, and it's just maybe like another network, and that's why they won't say it specifically.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They're
I
also
seem to
Guy
think,
Fieri.
and Tom wouldn't say yes or no, but he did say he was like, you're close, is that he was in fact on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and that episode is torched from the internet because he actually fought Guy Fieri in it and beat the shit out of him.
Okay.
I did see that one. And I mean, this also gets to what I was going to say. His fun fact is that he was a retired MMA wrestler. And I
Yes,
think it was
see?
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was making him a smash burger in the kitchen. And like, Guy Fieri was just like, "Hey, can I get a little taste of that?" And then Nick kept saying like, "I'm not done with it." And then like Guy, as he does, like stuck his hand in to grab a little bit of it. And then he immediately put him in a rear naked chokehold and would just choke his fucking ass out. And they had to get rid of it. Yeah.
Despite all of that, do you think he's going to get very far? He's going to send home pretty early. What do you think about Nick Wallace?
I think second place is written all over his fucking face.
That's not bad for him.
So, yeah.
All right. Last, and 30 minutes later, Sarah Welch from Detroit, Michigan. She's an executive chef at Marrow and a partner at Mink. Meryl was a semifinalist for best.
She's
new
an
restaurant.
executive chef and lawyer.
Dang,
Yeah.
dude.
Dang, dude. Best Meryl was semifinalist for best new restaurant in James Beard. That's almost a James Beard nomination. That sort of is, but it's not. She's not. It's a restaurant.
Yeah.
But she was a semifinalist for best chef in the Great Lakes region. So if you've been to the Great Lakes,
That's not that hard. It's so lakey out there.
and she grew up partially in Jamaica.
Okay.
Jamal,
That's
do you have an
interesting.
opinion on that?
And Jamal, do you want to do a Jamaican accent?
No, it's not. I'm just thinking. Sarah Welch. She's spent time in Jamaica. Interesting. And now she's a partner, and she works at a place called Marrow. It's all connecting.
Mm-hmm. And people in the video tier can see this. Jamal has, a board behind him, and he's got some string, and he's connecting things.
Yep.
Yep.
So what's her fun fact?
I have a fun fact here, but let's go around the horn. Let's all do a fun fact for Sarah Welch, and I'll
Okay.
start. Sarah Welch knows all the words to Shaggy's "It Wasn't Me."
Sarah Welch denies farting in her sleep.
Sarah Welch. She changed her name so that
Comma as grape juice.
she changed her name.
Reeves, where is Sarah Welch going to finish? Okay, everyone else, as far as I know, has gotten second place, so it's got to be a winner. Sarah Welch, is she our winner?
I think based on what we've figured out so far and like kind of where I've ranked everyone, I think that she's definitely going to make the final. It's hard to tell because it's like, is there going to be 3 people in the final? Will there be 2 people in the final? Like, how are they going to do it? But I'm pretty sure that no matter how that like kind of lays out and what the number of people make the final, I think she's just going to finish right below that first place, just by a hair. She's going to miss it, and then I think she's going to break down and probably throw Tom through a table.
They probably have to call the cops then.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd have to serve and protect. We'll be right back after this.
No chefs I prepared for you.
No time.
We don't have time. We don't have time.
We'll just sprinkle it in throughout the episode.
Yeah.
I had pizza last night. Sprinkling it in.
Okay. And we're back. Pod Chef Season 5, Episode 10. Season 4, Episode 10 of Top Chef. This is where you press play for Season 4, Episode 10, Serve and Protect. Let's get into it. The house is on edge. Everyone's not feeling everyone. Everyone's arguing. People are walking around on their tiptoes in the morning, not talking to Dale. Dale's looking at him weird in the mirror.
Got half his
Spike's-
shirt on.
Yeah, Spike's had enough of it. Let's listen.
Dale is a little bitch and his I'm not here to make friends routine. Why would you want to be the outcast and act like an ass? It's going to follow you and it's going to haunt you at some point, Dale, in your career.
It didn't stop Hung at all, so it's not a bad strategy.
No, it's a good strategy.
Hung won doing that.
He did, and you know what? Because I was thinking about it when we were just talking about the new season, and fans of the podcast know I hated last season. Didn't hate
Hated
it, but
it.
it was missing something, and what
Too
it's
nice.
missing is a Hung-like character. The thing is, they can all be, nicey nice. We're helping each other. You just need one person that's there to win it and is aggressive about it, and that changes it.
You need a Marcel.
Would you guys want to, when we do our fantasy draft, make like an additional wager on who we think is going to be the Hung?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
We should
Okay.
put some money on it. 5,000, you guys think?
5 large. Let's do it.
I mean, I thought you wanted to do a serious bet.
Yeah.
I guess you're just playing around now, so I'll do 5K.
Okay, good.
We took our car to get the tires changed, and they
Yeah.
said that we also needed to get the brakes redone. And the woman on the phone said that'll cost 5 plus tax, and I said 500. She said 5.
She said that'll be a solid 5.
It was like
Five.
100.
Yeah,
So
you were
it's
like,
like
yeah, five. And remind me again,
Yeah.
$500, $5. I'm sorry to hear your car is sick. That sounds bad.
Cut to Brian picking up his car. He walks in, high five someone.
Yeah.
Paid in full.
Good work. Yeah, my car's not feeling well. It's got COVID.
Yeah.
Like everyone in my
You
house.
gotta get
Yeah.
your car vaccinated. I know it doesn't want to
Yeah.
get vaccinated. You gotta do it.
Yeah. You know, if you are feeling sick, you should probably eat some curry glazed chicken breasts and some roasted broccoli. I know, I'm sprinkling it.
That
Sprinkle,
sounds
sprinkle.
nice.
Sprinkle.
So yeah, everyone's mad at Dale, and he's still there because he's a good chef, so they can suck it. Spike is taking a new approach in the quickfire, and he wants to make a salad that gets you horny afterwards.
Mhm.
That's a new approach. I mean, that's kind of like. You remember when we played Newlywed Game with wives for the couple
Yes.
seasons ago, and we talked about food
yeah.
that made us horny?
Yeah,
I didn't say salad because I was embarrassed to say salad, but now that I've heard this, the answer's salad.
the answer is always salad. You never want to say it, but it's always salad.
The answer is always salad, and it's easy to bring sexy back when you have someone sexy like Sam back. The sexiest, most monotone. He's a lightning rod of charisma, Sam.
Tall, dark, and handsome, and can cook. Sign me
That
up.
also, I'm so glad that, at one point, Sam was keeping PacSun in business. He stopped it, but at this time in history, he was keeping PacSun going with the necklace purchases, the wristband purchases,
Puka shell.
puka shells, the torn jeans. He was helping PacSun a lot, and we thank you for your service.
I think he was a sponsor for them for a couple of their chains until the malls started closing.
Is this a chain wallet for diabetics or no? Can diabetics have this chain wallet? I'm going to Warped Tour in an hour, so.
Is this chain wallet made out of sugar?
They had 45 minutes to make a salad, and the girl on the goat couldn't do it.
What happened? What is she doing?
She just couldn't get her artichokes on the plate.
Her
you know?
artichoke chip. You think that's the part that we don't like?
She was still thinking about the last quickfire.
Apparently it-
So, Hot Chef didn't like Lisa's salad, and that was after Lisa looked around and said everyone was doing bland salads. Spike wins. He does make a sexy salad, and we now have proof that he knows how to cook steak and put it amongst green vegetables because that's all he did.
Yeah, that's what most of them did.
That's
Was it
literally all
Lisa
he
who did the sexy banana salad? And Padma was like, I taste banana.
Yeah, and she
It's
was
called sexy banana salad, Padma.
like, yeah. That's why you taste banana.
Didn't she also put lobster in it too?
She was cooking lobster.
Yeah. What happened to that lobster?
Maybe
Someone-
she ate it. That was for her.
Someone sabotaged her meal.
I would love that. If someone is just like, there's all this free food here. I'm not
Yeah.
going to cook myself something too. I'm hungry.
Padma's like, I saw you cooking lobster. And Lisa's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I ate that.
Yeah,
That was for me.
we've been up for 40 hours. Yeah, I'm hungry. Sorry.
I ate 2 lobster tails.
Which, not that expensive.
No, super cheap. We all know.
Super cheap. So Spike wins, and now they got to do the elimination, and it's the elimination where Sam, who's diabetic, makes them figure out a way to make gourmet box lunches for the police academy in Chicago. Big tough police offices.
Not
in
the funny
Chicago.
one.
Not
okay?
the funny one. Not that one.
People aren't making funny noises and stuff like that.
Oh, and what was that?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Here it comes.
There's a funky robot here. Okay, he's beatboxing.
Look at that. Holy shit.
Excuse me, can I get you to the front office, please?
Get Hollywood on the phone now. Make this movie.
Do you guys think that Sam gets invited to these things and he's excited and they're like, we're doing healthy food again? He's like, God damn it, I can do other stuff.
Yeah, he's probably like, can we make good food, please?
Yeah. Why's my shit always gotta be fucking? I can make diabetic food taste good. We get it. That's your shtick.
Got it. That's your whole thing. But
And
you know
also,
who's
stop
super
lying to people. It tastes
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, let's. Someone else is taking this challenge very seriously. Let's listen.
We'll see you tomorrow at the police academy.
And I don't give a shit what Spike picks because I have a background in nutrition and working with raw foods. So I think I can do some fancy shit that people are going to be like, wow, that's awesome.
So Andrew tells us that he has studied nutrition for 2 years, which means one of two things. Either he went to some school and dropped out, or he was just like reading books on his own for 2 years and he time boxed it. So
I just want everyone to know after listening to that, Andrew goes home today.
But also, Andrew says, I don't give a fuck what Spike thinks. And then at the end, he's like, man, I fucking love Spike.
Yeah,
That's
Spike's
my
my
best
boy.
friend.
he's probably
Spike's
the
my
only
best
person I'm
buddy.
going to talk to.
Yeah, he's probably the only one. Pretty much only one I'm going to be friends with.
We
after
need
this.
to, Spike, come on the podcast and tell us if you're still friends with
Yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah.
And tell us why you didn't use the tomatoes better.
Yeah. Or the bread. Or the lettuce.
So let's yeah, you didn't use anything. So let's
He
jump
made
to
chicken salad that I would make.
he made chicken salad that I would throw out because I thought it was old. So Lisa blames some phantom contestant who's not there for sabotaging her rice.
Okay.
Can we talk about this?
Yes.
Well, let's talk about it, because as far as I'm concerned, there's been a sabotage, and
There's
no
been a
one's
sabotage.
leaving this kitchen until we find out who the sabotager is.
Well, it couldn't have been me. I was over here peeling up the corn stalk so I could make my cream of corn.
Okay, well that sounds like Lady Debutante was peeling corn stalks.
Lady Debutante was peeling corn stalks. I've shucked them and put them in a pile over there. You can see for yourself.
The evidence
Speaks for
present.
itself.
Now you, Colonel Mustard, where were
Yes?
you? Where were you when the oven got turned to high and
Well,
ruined Miss Lisa's rice?
I was outside tending to the children. I let the children stay outside. I tie a rope around their waist. I take the end of the rope and I tie it to a big tree stump. And I let them run around in circles, and I hold a stick in case they get too far away. I poke them back near the stump.
Now I happen to
Get
know.
nowhere near a burner.
Hold on a second now, Colonel Mustard. I happen to know that you refer to baby kale and baby broccoli as children.
Yes. Yes, of course. When I'm talking about wrapping up children and tying them to a stump, I am talking about kale and broccoli that I am wrapping in kitchen twine and then putting in the oven and roasting at a perfect temperature to come out and be crispy and golden.
So you was by the oven.
Oh yes, I did change. I did change that burner and I turned it way up too hot.
Good. So we
Well,
settled that.
That solves that issue. Now, all right, let's go. Let's string him up. He's gonna get
Oh boy.
he's gonna get sectioned or tie a string to each one of his.
I'm gonna slap all four of these horses at the same time.
Yep.
And they're gonna run in different directions, and they're
Now
gonna
don't
tear
slap
you to
that
shreds.
one too hard because it's real tall.
Yeah,
It
why
ain't
is
a
this horse so
That
tall?
don't look like a horse.
How do
wrong
you
with
win
that
races?
horse?
Now I have a question for you. How do you win races looking that tall?
I think that horse is the children that I've been trying to raise outside. Oh, nope. It is the broccoli and kale impersonating the horse.
They all fell down. Look, it's just broccoli underneath there.
Yeah. Yep. So, in the words of Dale, that shit happens all the time.
Yep.
It happens all the time.
Yep. And let's just fast forward. Dale wins this elimination challenge. He wins it. And what does he make? He makes lemongrass bison. Hey, bison again. He cooks
The
lemon.
fuck is that?
He cooks up some people who've graduated from Howard, wraps them in cabbage, and puts it with brown rice and herb salad.
I know we jumped ahead. We gotta touch on the fact that is this propaganda?
Huh.
Do we like cops after watching this episode of Top Chef?
Huh.
Well, and I guess now we got to spill the beans. This was
Yeah.
a very funny police academy. of people.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't the movie, but they were still pretty funny.
They were all pretty funny. So, here we go.
Did you guys hear that?
Helicopter
That was a
helicopter?
helicopter.
Wow.
wow.
Yeah.
That's-
It was a
Yeah,
buoy
something's
out in
going
the
on.
ocean.
Yeah.
I like that Spike had this whole philosophy of putting 2 of his containers out at a time to make it look like there was very low
Just selling out.
inventory. Yeah.
Man, he's just selling out in the closed cafeteria.
In a challenge where it didn't matter how many he gave.
Not at all. Not at all. It wasn't a who can sell the most. It was just who's
Just
tastes the best.
feed cops.
You
We also
idiot.
got to touch on Blaze. Blaze's bait and switch.
Yeah.
Question of the day is: do you like burritos? I sure do. Well, here's a fucking spring roll,
Yeah.
you idiot,
Here's a big fat spring roll.
with fucking tuna fish in it. You moron.
Hey, Reeves and Brian, do you like pizza?
I love
Yeah, I
pizza.
love it.
Great. Here's some 2-day-old sushi from the grocery store.
That's not what I
Oh,
wanted. I mean,
yeah, this is gross.
I was just wondering if you like pizza.
That's what Andrew
Oh,
made.
that had nothing. That had nothing to do with anything. That was
Nothing
just,
to do with it. I was just trying to figure
Wasn't
out if you like
related?
pizza. Yeah.
So cheesy.
So let's jump forward again. This is a great exchange because Tom lets everyone know why he's head
He's
judge.
in charge.
He knows nutrition. Okay.
Being one who studied nutrition for several years, I think it brought something to the table that most people did not expect. Everything inside that dish was meant to basically make you stronger or make you feel a little more energized. I want to leave them wanting more. And if you, again, study nutrition, every 3 hours, fist-sized meals is something that is considered beneficial to your health.
3 hours later, they're hungry. What are they going for? Another raw roll? No, they're probably going to grab a candy bar or something.
No.
Yeah. They're probably gonna grab a candy bar.
Tom fucking hates Andrew.
He is done with Andrew's shit.
Yeah.
He destroys him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a nutritious person like me, you eat stuff like a sheet pan sausage with some Brussels sprouts and potatoes
Mm-hmm.
with a little bit of onion, roasted perfectly, with some
Sprinkled.
mustard, Dijon mustard over.
Perfectly.
Sprinkled. Sprinkled.
Speaking of
It's-
Reeves, I need to stop by your place and get my Tupperware still.
You can
Put
come this
something
weekend
in
if you
it.
want to.
Put something in it.
We got
I'll
some
come
cookies.
by.
I'll put some cookies
I'll
in.
come by.
It seemed like Lisa should have gone home, but Tom hates Andrew so much
You
because
know
like
what?
Lisa made shrimp that they said was disgusting.
It looked like
Can I mention this? This
And she
is
fucking
we,
Bryce.
Can I just say something? We are entering a very special 4-episode story arc for Lisa because she is in the bottom for the next 4 weeks. And what you really have to ask yourself is, did she deserve to get to the finals? Because she does.
I didn't know
So
that.
she's in the bottom
Dang, dude.
the rest of the show.
Dang, dude.
She's in the bottom. And so this is a very interesting 4-episode arc. Let's watch. Did she actually earn and deserve to get to the finals? Because I'll have you know, Dale is going home next week, and Dale has won more episodes than she has. And he has been in the bottom less than she has.
Something's fishy.
Something's fishy, and it's not because she didn't cook the shrimp.
Yeah. Something
Cooked
else
like
going
shit
on.
and fucked up the rice because someone
You
fucked
know
up
what?
the rice.
And you know what? Let's introduce who she's the villain she's becoming in this anime arc with this next clip. And it's a long one, but it's necessary.
Do you have anything else to add before the judges deliberate?
This is coming down to a competition where it's, every person for themselves and everybody else can, fall on the floor and I'm gonna kick you while you're down. And there were specific rules to this challenge of you needed to use one component from a whole grain, a protein, a fruit, and a vegetable, and not all 3 people standing up here right now did that. And I don't wanna be pointing fingers, but I mean, if you don't follow the rules, that's what you guys have sent people home for.
We're aware of it. We're aware of it.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying? If we're gonna go like that, whatever. I've always been against the grain.
Why didn't you use a whole grain?
I wanted to show you something different. And I wanted to use rice in parentheses as something that would bind and the element of that.
So you understood the challenge. You understood you had to use a grain.
Actually, I lost my, my rule sheet early, and I conceptualized my dish without the rule sheet, so sorry.
Andrew, in all fairness, I had no idea that you
Hey, it's
were-
all good. You called me out. Moving on, please. Thank you.
You would have done the same thing to me.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have. That's the difference.
If I say any more, I'm scared I'm gonna get punched.
Super normal. That was super normal.
Yeah. It's a very defensive, very sassy judges table. They are ready to fight. They go at the judges, they go at each other. It's fucked up. And it's crazy.
They're And you know what? Let's just say it. They hung out with cops all day, and now they're trigger happy. And now they're loose cannons, and they're upset, and they're taking that on on civilians.
Someone needs to defund this judges table.
Do you think that there was more said, or they just blew past when Lisa said that she thought that Andrew would punch her if she kept talking?
I think there's more said, and you can't put that kind of stuff on TV
because when she gets sent home, or when Andrew gets sent home, he says you don't need security. So I think that something must more have happened that would have prompted him to say that.
I think so.
I think he looked at her and he said, "If you open your mouth again, I'm going to show you how to cook shrimp."
And he was like pounding his fist into his hand.
Yeah, he was pounding his fist.
And
in
then
his
Tom
hand,
was
and
like,
he
"That's
said,
not how you do it." He's like, "Shut the fuck up! I know nutrition."
He said, "I swear to God, if you open your mouth again, I'll turn the burners up on you."
And then he admitted it, and it wasn't Colonel Mustard. It was Andrew.
It was Andrew all along. Didn't work out for him though.
I mean, it was either Stephanie or Dale, right? Because both of them were like, "That shit happens." Like it was either Stephanie.
It was
or
one
Dale.
of those two.
Yeah,
they bumped it and said, "I'm not going to fix it."
No,
they continue with their bickering. Andrew apparently stares her down in the stew room, makes it uncomfortable, and then
Antonia needs to like calls it out.
Yeah, she's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then he's like, "I hope people see this."
What you want me to say? I
Don't say shit. Just live with your decisions, and I hope you're fucking happy. And I hope that people get to see this.
And in that moment, I'm like, does he know he's on a TV show? Of course they're gonna see it. It's recorded. Everything's recorded.
Everyone's going to see it.
We're all going to see it.
Yeah. Anyways, Andrew goes home.
Andrew, please pack your knives and go.
Thank you. No security necessary. I will bow out of this competition with honor and respect, though. Thank you very much for this opportunity. If I may shake your hands.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure to meet you.
It was definitely a pleasure.
Nice job.
Chef,
Got
thank you
3-4.
very much.
I look forward to eating your food again.
You will.
It was a pleasure meeting you, man. Good luck to you.
I felt like I represented myself properly on this program. No bad feelings against these people. I'm not ever going to talk to them again for the most part. Except for Spike. Spike's mad cool.
You're the man. I just want to say that on record.
Apparently, Lisa felt that her neck was on the line, and I see people for what they are, and obviously people are weak. Thank you guys so much.
It sucks, but if I followed the rules and he hasn't, I should not be the one going home.
No, I'm just kidding. It's me. I'm out. A lot of these people had more experience than I. From the beginning, it felt like David versus Goliath. I came on to prove myself, and I think I did just that.
I've got no more buddies in the house. He came here and he completely showed who he was as a person. He gets all out on the table. There's no hidden messages with Andrew.
From New York City, most definitely.
Andrew and I are going to be boys forever. I'm 100% sure of that.
I've never been one to stick to the rules. Again, I'm always against the grain. No pun intended, but kind of pun intended. I play with honor. I play with respect and loyalty, and that's how I play.
So I have this press release right here. Andrew and Spike are not friends anymore. Spike moved to DC. Andrew moved to California. They rarely speak.
We need to if Spike won't come on the podcast, can we at least ask our shared friend if he could ask Spike if he's still friends with Andrew?
Yeah, we can do that.
That would be nice to know. And does Andrew still play with honor and loyalty?
And loyalty.
In the American way, brother.
In the American way, brother.
I saw what went down, dude.
Lisa tried to steal his heat, brother.
Lisa.
And I turned the heat up on her instead.
Someone got too much heat on Lisa, brother.
Clearly something happened because he had to like let them know that he was going to approach the judges table. So clearly he was like, "Hey, I'm not going to fucking do anything. Can I come up and talk to you?"
Yeah.
Something happened.
I think I didn't even think about that. I think you're right. I thought he was just, Andrew's very weird. And I think he gets a weird edit, but I think you're right. I think something happened and he was like, "You don't need security to walk me out. I will attack people."
So Brian, what was your moment in action?
I had to go to the AutoZone to get fix the flat, to try to fix the flat tire that's in my car. And it got me just enough to get to Mavis to drop my car off. And they told me that they needed to fix all 4 tires and also do the brakes. So I think what happened is I'm a fucking mark and I got taken.
That's when
Possibly.
$1,000 later. That's my action. No fucking
Possibly.
Mark. What a pigeon.
They possibly. Took you to the cleaners.
Yeah, they ran me through.
I'm gonna do. Where are they now?
Oh yeah.
So Andrew is living in England.
What?
Cotswolds, England. Which
The Cotswolds.
Yeah, and he has like this restaurant kind of thing where it's all takeout but restaurant quality food, which actually seems like a pretty good idea given the circumstances. And his social media picture is Sloth from Goonies with a chef hat on and an explosion in the background.
Nice.
Wow.
He didn't change.
Yep.
The show didn't change
No,
him.
yeah, he is. Yeah, he is himself through and through. Jamal,
And,
your moment of joy?
My moment of joy, I had two this week. One was I got a new coffee mug that said Thanos is right. Someone sent it to me for my birthday.
That's cool.
And then I also got something that I think is related to this show. I got coffee from Dark Matter Coffee in Chicago, which I believe are they in this episode, in this series, in this season? Did they stop by Dark Matter?
I don't know. I've been to Dark Matter before, though.
Yeah, we
were there. Yeah, we did together.
Jesus Christ. He doesn't even remember he was there with me.
You know I have holes in my brain.
Okay, well, I don't. Now I do. So that was my moment of joy. And let's do a little bit of a teaser for next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what they call the Hulk.
This is the challenge of humiliation.
What the language are you speaking?
I feel like I'm definitely in a vulnerable position right now.
You're gonna hate that you came here and you're never gonna cook again.
Restaurant Wars is
What the fuck?
This is like what I've been waiting for.
There's no way anything's gonna go wrong.
All right. Well, that's some stuff to talk about next week. Restaurant Wars is
lied
back.
to me.
Restaurant Wars is back. And until next time, we're going to pack our knives.
Does nothing
and
they say matter?
go.